for, and things, the content warnings for the game are very substantial. They include. Oh, there's a freeze? People said there's a freeze. Oh no. We're not seeing a freeze on our end. Is everybody else okay? I'm gonna pause here for a second. You seem to be back now. Okay, fine. There we go. Cool. Thank you very much, Lucky. The content warnings in highlight are common phobias, death and dying, horror themes, mental health and trauma, sexual themes, sound effects, and violence. There is also animals and children in peril, flashing, glitching, gross food, manipulation, non-consensual drug use, substance abuse, swearing, and unreality. There's a more detailed list of content warnings on the link in the chat. They may contain spoilers. And also remember, these content warnings are for the entire game, and this is a branching narrative game, so we may not encounter all of these individual elements.
Do you want me to do the content warning on screen?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that while I...
This is a horror game, and it is not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, blacktabbygames.com, if you need a full list of content warnings. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not be able to save yourself. Welcome home.
But I'm Commander Shepard and I need to save everyone. Oh no. That really frustrates me.
Why do we suddenly have an ad in 50 seconds? And we've just run an ad break.
Folks, we've just run an ad break, but for some reason Twitch says it's going to run another one. We're going to pause here a second to try and figure out what's going on. I'm not quite sure why Twitch is forcing the ad again. But we don't want to lose anybody. So hang tight with us for a second, okay? Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. But what I'll do is I'll go ahead and load up to the title screen, so we can check the sound volume. I'm getting no sound volume. Give us just a second here.
Mild technical difficulties, everyone. Will resolve them directly.
Plugged in, isn't it?
Sure looks like it.
Hold on a second, folks. Apologies. We're having a mild technical issue, and for some reason it's running another ad. Give me a second here. There we go. Alrighty.
I meant to say, I was very proud of myself. I did the West Wing's Celestial Navigation is my favorite episode, recording a couple of days ago on Discord for someone. And I got the Discord mic and camera set up all by myself.
Well done. Folks, it looks like Twitch is running another ad. I'm not sure what's going on there. Mexican Gothic is this the Silvia Moreno Garcia one? It's really, really good. That's a great book.
I'm currently reading Vasquez, the tie-in novel to Aliens.
Yep.
The life story of Vasquez, and it is kind of amazing because it's not just her life story.
I'm really looking forward to getting a chance to read that when you're done. So for some reason, Twitch says we still have another ad to run. It's still got 45 seconds left to go, which is very, very frustrating.
Well, I mean, they're just like a scrappy young startup. It's not like they've been doing this for years.
With billions of dollars. Millions of dollars at least. Oh, very frustrating. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh. Look at the spooky, spooky house.
Can we move the mic a little bit?
Yeah.
Right.
Up.
Slightly all up in my grill.
There we go. I've boosted our volume, so we should be okay. There we go. Come on now.
That house is boned.
Yes, very much. I mean, they've probably mined out right from underneath it and it's going to fall over. I hope there used to be a lot more cliff there and it's just gone now, you know? Also, Twitch, we lied. I have a feeling what happened is it didn't record the ad break that we actually did, and that's why it's being difficult. Well,
yeah, I'm hoping we're staying in the right hand side.
I hope we're over here too. I don't want to go to this side of the house. Yep. Yeah. Our right, not the house's right. Alrighty, let's load back in.
What's in the left wing of the house, Tara? death. Mostly death.
Rightio. So here we are.
In town.
So, to brief recap, we woke up at home. The creepy doll in the closet had moved.
Wayne had been in there.
We think Wayne had been in there, which was creepy. We talked to Frou Frou, who didn't want anything to do with us. We investigated.
Who hates us slightly less now.
True. We investigated Dustin Mom's displaced home, and although we weren't able to open the door, there's a goat in there, and we talked to the goat. And the goat seems to have been placed there perhaps by Bo or perhaps by Tabitha. We're not sure yet.
Yes.
And then we went to come and walk into town, and Avery met us and did a flirt.
There was flirtage.
There was a nice little flirt. And now we are in town where the always stylish Kanika is hanging out, and we are on the search for
Stella.
I was like, names! Come on. Speaking of names, if you can't remember them like me, we have a dramatis personae available. Feel free to use that as a nice memory prompt.
I used to love reading books with the dramatis personae. I'd get to that and be like, oh, shit's getting real.
Or, see, for me, it was always a sign that the book was going to be so complex that I'd have to, leave one finger where the dramatis personae was in the book so I could flip back and forth.
Niven and Cornell used to do that an awful lot. But with them, it was just dude, he's a scientist. Dude, he's a soldier.
Right.
Dude, he's a scientist who knows some soldiering
Science
stuff.
soldier dude. Yes, precisely. All right.
Lady. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow.
Folks, give me just a second. Our fan has decided to kick in, which is fine, but...
Because it's cold.
It is a little cold, but at the same time it needs to hush because I'm acting. Shall you do it again?
It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow.
Petra, you made it! And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, emotionally.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Better after seeing Petra. Heyo!
Heyo! Flirt. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. My joints are all out of whack. I'm totally exhausted. Super foggy. Mom has been insisting I caught a cold, and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. I know, they're both so cute. And look at this look at this faces on the moon belt. And
oh my god, no notes. No notes for either.
It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had.
Oh, you had to say it. It's Wednesday, Lemon.
But I'm not going to let that stop me from looking for Stella. Ooh. We have some explore options. Reminder, folks, explore options are learn a little bit more before you make a final selection in the dialogue. Keen Eye relates to the special ability we have, which is Keen Eye, which we will probably do last. Ooh. Interesting. You can implicate
Wayne didn't threaten her. He threatened near her.
So let's try... Right, do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all this? Is someone manning the general store while we go... Crewing, not manning. Crewing. Thank you. The general store while we go looking for Stella. I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. I
find it interesting that episode 4 is placing us a little bit more on Tabitha's side than Kanika's.
Yeah.
Because Kanika had that line about, I know we haven't really got on so far.
Hello to the raid. Hi, Tin Can folks. We are just starting in again on chapter 4 of Scarlet Hollow. There are some very, very, very burly content warnings for this game, my dear friends. So please make sure if you need them that you go and take a peek at those. They may contain spoilers, all right? So we don't want anybody walking into anything that they don't feel prepared to walk into. Currently, we are admiring the two incredibly stylish individuals on our screen.
Hey, Mick. How you doing?
Hey, Mick. Hey, Tin Can folks. We are always at home to Big Cows here. Yes, very much so. So let's explore. Let's see. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today?
Hey, Luke.
Okay. I like that. I want to read this Kenai option. I think last night just pushed her over the edge. I know I've only known her a couple days.
The
but it feels like
the Dev walks amongst us.
We have Dev.
Tin Can Audio.
Hey Dev, thanks for joining us. Welcome in. Welcome on in. We're having a very good time. I hope the composing went well. They were doing a composition stream for a new Tin Can project.
Oh, fantastic!
Today, which I thought was fantastic. I've only known her a couple of days, but it feels like she has a tendency to run from difficult emotions. Usually she's just changed the subject, but I guess this time she wound up literally running. Yes, that's what we're going to say at the end. But first, we must explore everything. There are dialogue couch cushions here. Thank you very much. All right. Let's ask. It went well. I've been very curious about
this thing is amazing.
Dave, this game is fantastic. This is chapter 4, so you're kind of getting dropped into it. But, Ducky, if you would kindly put into the chat, I think this may have the link. Yes, we have a collection put together on Twitch of our complete playthrough so far. So you can go start back at the beginning if you want. This is a branching narrative game, so if you play it yourself, you may have a very different experience than we do. It's also going to have a price increase next year, and it is currently on sale, I think, on Steam, or at least won't be affected by the price increase. So if you decide you like it, pick it up. Thank you very much, Ducks. Okay. So we had a very spooky night, and now we are recovering the next day. So do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all of this?
I think that's a good point of entry, because I think, we're really worried about our friend. Is someone manning the store feels kind of tone deaf?
Yeah, it does. Well, let's see if we can ask something. Kind of surprised you reach out to me. Supposed to see your mom at some point. Should we do this?
I think we go straight in on being worried about Stella and then expand out into the other options.
No, because the problem is, this is a dialogue selection. If we don't do the explore first, they can drop away. Remember?
Go with the mom one.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what mom says. Okay. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things? I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune.
After last night, I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her.
Nice reference.
It's a great shirt, Luke.
Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole New Age mystic thing now. A lot has happened in the last couple of days. Ugh, I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. I need to be focused. I cannot keep having all these existential crises. There'll be plenty of time for tea after we've found Stella.
That feels like yeah.
But do you still think there could be a rational explanation for everything we've gone through?
Kanika sighs.
Rational? Sure. Rooted in the reality that until a few days ago I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real.
God damn it, Kanika.
You had to say that out loud,
damn it.
Kanika, didn't you? Well, if there's an angel, right there.
You got to admit, it's kind of thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the new day holds for all of us?
I love how optimistic Avery is. That they're just like, okay, yeah, there's bad shit, but that means there might be good shit too, right? Kanika is the Scully of this story. Very well put. Fleshy marionette is when they called me. Yes. It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Spoken like a true bisexual. Though I guess we already have an animal whisperer, don't we? That's pretty magical.
She's noticed.
Yes.
Wait, you can talk to animals? For real? When were you going to tell me? Wow, I'm going to need you to tell me what every animal we meet is saying. This is too cool.
Oh, bless Avery.
You
really took that in stride, didn't you?
I take everything in stride. There's no better way to live.
Oh, we need a gender-neutral term for himbo.
Jimbo?
No, we'll find one. Thembo. Thembo is
Thembo. Perfect. Thank you, Rebecca.
Perfect. Thank you very much. By the way, folks, if the audio is coming through a little loud, let us know. We've turned it up a bit because we're a bit far back from the mic for this. Turns out to be someone at a mass trying to scare us out of town. Your mom's totally... Ooh, these are all very good options. I like this whole... Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential. Yeah. I like that. Maybe one of us will discover our magical potential soon. That'd be neat. I hope so. This town is getting to be way too much for normal humans to handle. Thank you, Wendy.
My money's on Petra. It's only when she showed up that all this stuff really kicked off. It seems like magic material.
Ooh.
Avery. Or maybe your mom. She's kind of witchy.
See, I like that Avery said that and we didn't. Nah, she's more of a new agey crystals and herbs kind of lady, not straight up magic. If magic is real, I don't see why it would be stored in a bunch of rocks, no matter how colorful. But what do I know? I thought ghosts weren't real until one grabbed me by the bones. All right. Okay, let's do this whole I was kind of surprised you reached out to me thing now. I was kind of surprised you reached out to me after all the issues between you and Tabitha. You sacrificed years of your life to exorcise a ghost for people you hadn't met until what? 2 days ago? That kind of outweighs whatever ongoing feud I have with your cousin. And I'm not going out there alone because the last thing I want to do is go missing or looking for someone who went missing. We do everything in groups from now on.
I adore that Kanika's gone, no, I'm going to like you.
And you're going to stay by my side. Yeah, Eclipse Sky, I adore Kanika's fashion sense just in general, but this Moon Phases belt is
there's like a lace partial skirt over trousers that we've got going on. Yeah,
she's got like a long tunic over leggings. It's really cool. Yeah, no splitting up, please.
People shouldn't be judged by their family anyways. Whatever people may think of your cousin, it has nothing to do with you.
I don't care about somebody manning the general store, do you?
I don't think so.
Alright, so our brilliant insight. So Keen Edge is one of our abilities, which is why we have this dialogue option, which is why I'm selecting it. I think last night just pushed Stella over the edge. I know I've only known her a couple of days, but it feels like she has a tendency to run from difficult emotions. Usually she just changes the subject, but I guess this time she wound up literally running. You're absolutely right. And as her friends, we can't let her be alone at a time like this. I've made that mistake before.
Plus, she could get mobbed by those weird little creatures. Or worse.
Exactly. This is no time for anyone to be off on their own. Who knows what kind of weird stuff is out there? We do, Kanika. We've just seen it. We do. After the past couple of nights, I wouldn't be surprised if there were actual Bigfoots in the woods just waiting to eat any human who wanders too far from civilization.
Do Bigfoots thirst for human flesh? Is that some kind of common knowledge I wasn't keyed in on?
I wouldn't be surprised, is all I'm saying. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first?
Real quick, I just want to talk about how much I love the way the game is approaching this. That Kanika is so very clearly growing into the role her mom has in town. but he's growing into it in that kind of, no one else is doing that stuff. All kinds of weird shit's going on. I'm going to understand this to death.
It's also very interesting from a stylistic perspective to me that her mom is a total new age crystal hippie herb shop person, and she's full goth. So it's like we just started watching Wednesday, and it's got very much I don't remember Wednesday's roommate's name.
Wednesday's golden retriever girlfriend.
Golden retriever werewolf girlfriend in bright sparkly colors, yes, but it's got that energy to it. Okay, options. Edith. Oh, great. Thank you so much.
Edith, thank you.
Stella's house? Go to the cops, right? You should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. Let's check out the diner. Go to the mines. Check the church. These are all explore options, too. This is great. Let Avery know that you and Kanika can take it from here.
No, ma'am. We do not split up.
I'm not going to do that until last. Check out the church? No. Mines? No. Diner? I mean, maybe. I think we should check her house first.
Seems like a good place to start.
We might get a clue, right? Okay, let's go to her house.
Good place to start. Maybe she just slept in.
That's what I'm hoping. I would have got already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from Beyond the Veil or whatever.
You make your way towards Stella's house. The door is as pristine as any old wooden door. No bloody handprints in sight, no telltale sign of Wayne absent. If something happened here, it didn't involve him. At least, not at the front door.
All right, it's H? There we go. So I'm not seeing any creepy crawlies, nothing broken. See, and you can see Kanika's outfit a little bit more, which is good. There we go.
Kanika knocks anxiously on the door.
Oh, we get to look at her amazing boots.
It creaks open.
It's an old house. I bet you Stella doesn't lock the front door. She lives in the country. One more thing. If you are here in the chat and you have played this chapter before and you know what's coming and we don't, we have an emoji for you. We have a special wiggle emoji that people can use to say, I know something you don't know, without giving us any spoilers. So no spoilers, please, but feel free to wiggle if you know what's coming.
Also, I love the radically different body shapes we have with these two characters.
Yes, precisely. Alrighty. Okay, this can't be creepy, right?
The house is quiet. The world outside muffled as you take a cautious step over the threshold into the muted air of the living room.
And the music kicks in.
Great. Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks,
Brandon.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thanks.
Thank you. Okay.
No excitable pug rushes to greet you at the door, and you have a feeling that no Stella is going to emerge from the shadows to sleepily greet you.
So now we have to figure out how snoopy we's gonna be.
You seem to recall that Stella closed the door behind her when the two of you left for the library yesterday morning.
But she's been home since then, right?
Has she? Let's maybe not do she's dead, Stella died, and it's all my fault.
We ate breakfast here together yesterday morning. She closed the door behind us. And we were both with her for the rest of the day.
So she came home last night.
Or somebody else was here.
Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in.
Yeah, we should go in.
Cool. I'll be brave and go first.
Thank you, Avery.
Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day.
Yeah. Toys, shoes.
The enormous dog bed with Princess on it.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from a corner of the room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything is organized with a sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella. Only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her.
Stella lost her parents when she was getting ready to go to college.
And it has been heavily implied it was in a car accident, which is why she does not drive anywhere.
Right. So this is how her parents decorated the house, and she hasn't changed anything since. Look. Oh, wait. Look at this detail I just missed. Look at these 2 pair of shoes covered in cobwebs.
Oh, that is heartbreaking.
And here's Stella's sneakers underneath. Oh. Yeah, I see the family picture up here as well. That's pretty common, but look at how young she is in it. Please don't make me open that trunk. Please don't make me open that trunk. Please don't make me open that trunk.
Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, unless it happened in another room. Or maybe someone or something caught her off guard.
You didn't have to add that last part. I'm gonna forget you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Let's start with the kitchen.
Kitchen for sure. Stella's kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple of cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale, about as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago.
Okay. So she was in the middle of something. It looks like, look, there's a jar of peanut butter sitting right there. And there's a knife at the sink right there. She was literally in the middle of making a sandwich. And somebody called or got her attention and she dropped everything and went.
It will be something to do with you.
Or Reese.
Or Reese. I have a horrible feeling it's Reese.
Yeah, well. I don't think she packed a lunch in a hurry. She could have. That's another valid interpretation, but why didn't she take the 12.5 nanoseconds to put the bread back, you know?
Or put it in her face, like I would.
Yes,
yeah.
Fair. I love you. Someone was here after Stella and I left. We didn't leave the kitchen like this. Yeah, I mean, it's a little messy, but it doesn't look like anything violent happened here. It's possible she came home, grabbed some food, and left in a hurry, right? Yeah, face bread like out of my schoolgirl.
Did she have somewhere she needed to be?
She didn't say she had something she had to rush off to. Maybe she had a panic attack after being possessed, but that was 12 hours ago. I'd hope she would have been home by now if that was the case.
Is Stella the sort of person to stop back home to make a snack in the middle of a mental health crisis?
Very observant, Avery. Maybe, yes.
No worries, Doc. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a good one. And it's comforting to think that might be all that happened. A panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or parasitic doughboys. Let's take a quick peek at her room.
You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. There is an epic murder board.
Plush Mothman. A Cryptids of the U.S. map. Shipping boxes, storage boxes.
Mr. Bunny.
Looks like a plushy pug over here, a big crystal.
Are those sketches of Reese?
Or Reese sketches of her? I don't know, but her wardrobe is gorgeous. I love it. I'm just looking for Easter eggs at this point. Oh, so no, it's old top mugs of tea. Yeah, nothing untoward.
No streaks of blood and pus that might belong to a certain phantom miner. He hasn't been here. You do notice, though, that her jacket is nowhere in sight. It isn't in her closet, and it wasn't on the coat rack in the other room.
So whatever she did, she had time to get a coat and maybe make a sandwich, maybe make or eat a sandwich before it happened.
That is a really good sign.
It sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? Oh, I love having keen eye. Her jacket's gone. The Letterman one. It wasn't on the rack in the other room. It's not in here, and she didn't have it yesterday. Okay, I'm sold. Between this and the kitchen, she must have come home last night.
And it seems like she was the one who decided to leave. No struggle or anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mothman! It's Mothman. I don't know if I want to check her computer. That really seems rude. Let's bump the mouse. See what happens.
You go to check Stella's computer.
I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy?
We already broke into her house. For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is.
We didn't break into her house. The door was wide open. Yeah.
That's a good compromise. There's a lot of... This is all about your relationship with Kanika, isn't it? There's a lot of nuance to this.
A lot of it is about...
I actually kind of like either the... We kind of have to. We need to do whatever we can to find her. Or the... I actually didn't even think that would... Think about that.
Yeah. I like the whole... I didn't even think about that. But that's I like that. I honestly didn't even think about how this might not be a good idea. Good call. That makes sense, judging by some of the decisions you've made so far. You're lucky you have me around to keep you on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, you're probably right. Good call.
I'm just going to say I don't think there's any clues here.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any clues here. I don't think so either. This is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier.
Could use a few more houseplants. I'll put together some trimmings after we found it.
Aww. She still does those corkboard with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they actually mean anything. They're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on. Achievement unlocked. Still life.
Okay, so she probably came home last night, but she's not here now. And we don't have any idea where she might have gone.
I thought I was overreacting this morning. I hope she would just be sleeping in, but I can't believe she's actually missing.
We'll find her.
Where to next, though?
I kind of like the idea of either checking in on the diner or talking to Oscar.
Yeah. Oscar's one of the other people who was with us during the incident, so she might have gone to talk for him.
Yeah.
Or, at the very least, we should check on how he's doing.
The other
Hello,
possibility...
Elfie Oakwood. Nice to
Hey.
see you. How you doing?
The other possibility that strikes me is church. She's had a massively traumatizing event.
I would go to the church before I would go to the mines or the police, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's... you've escaped the worst committee call. I'm very sorry to hear that. All right. Let's go check on Oscar next.
It's time for Professor Dadbot.
Yeah, for Professor Dadbot.
Good to have you with us, folks.
For those of you who've just joined us from the raid, we are currently playing Scarlet Hollow, Chapter 4, which is fantastic, but includes some really, really, really hefty content warnings. So if you need a chance to take a look at those and refresh yourself, please go ahead and do so. Remember, this is a branching narrative game, and we're on Chapter 4, so all of the content warnings may not be applicable, but there may also be spoilers in there. Half-bred, our two traits are talks to animals and keen eye. So we've just gone to Stella's house and she's not there, and we're going to go check in on Oscar. And we're going to have to run an ad break in about 5 minutes, folks, just a heads up. We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted.
Your mom said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie?
But how would she know that?
Magic, probably. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go.
Look at the wink! Achievement unlocked. Library card.
Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, the library is once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure.
Listen to how perky the music is.
Yes.
Let's take a look and see if there's anything that seems to have changed, other than the lighting's a lot brighter.
No visible cat.
Yes, what's the name of the cat in the library? I can't remember the name. Oh, where's my dramatis personae? Quick. Pixel.
Pixel the cat.
Thank you very much, everybody. The link we just threw in the chat, we're keeping a dramatis personae as we go along, because I can't remember things either. All right. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore.
Yeah, it's gone. Just like your mom said it would be. You can't help but overhear the murmurings of an intense conversation coming from the mayor's office.
The mayor!
Dog mayor!
The mayor!
Or rather, the murmurings of an intense animal conversation.
Yay! Leave police.
Never!
Well, are you kidding? I'm here for my police, my doggy subplot. Come on. We must investigate the conversation.
You start making your way upstairs towards the mayor's office.
Hey, where are you going?
Look at them. A small gang of dogs holds court in the mayor's office. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but two of them, a sheepdog and a basset hound, are in heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. Their tags read Scraps and Daisy.
We're having a doggy town meeting! Because Gretchen's missing! Oh my gosh!
And Pixel's in here.
Look! Here's Pixel! Oh my god! Doggy politics! Okay. I need to calm down. Folks,
we are 3 minutes off the ad. Do you want to run it now?
Yes. They're about to make us run the ad because I need a moment to calm down because look at all the doggy politics that's about to happen. I'm so excited. It's like they heard us. Right. Folks, we're going to run a quick little ad break. This is your chance to get up, take a stretch, take a wiggle, get a toy, a stuffed toy if you need one, a snack, a drink, see if somebody needs medications or needs to come in or out or all that good stuff. We'll be just a couple of minutes. Where are all my buttons? There we go. All right. We're going to go to an ad break. Right, we've got about a minute left on the ad break. I'm not sure if Hawkeye can hear us or not. But when Alistair lived in the UK and I still lived in the US, he would try to mail me Hovis,
the digestive biscuits. For us when we both lived together in the US.
And they arrived as powder. I think I turned them into I mixed them with melted butter and tried to make it into a crust.
They were actually amazingly great as a cheesecake crust.
Yeah. It did not hold up well at all. I miss Trader Joe's so much. When I went to the US this summer for work, there was a Trader Joe's a couple of blocks away from where we were staying, and that was the first thing I did was, okay, I'm gonna go stock my room on Trader Joe's. We got about 10 seconds left in the ad break, everybody, and I'm gonna yawn, so apologies in advance.
And now it is time for the dog wing.
Doggy politics. I don't know if our beloved game writers heard our desperate pleas for a doggy politics subplot, but I'm grateful.
I need to know everything about all of these dogs.
I need to know everything about every single one of these dogs.
I especially love that the Chihuahua is very clearly going, this is bullshit.
Right, exactly.
Pixel sits on a shelf nearby, wearily keeping an ear to the conversation. It sounds like you've sorted all this out. I don't see what you need me to do about any of it. Sorted? Sorted? Things aren't sorted until this town is safe. Now, we may have got the beginnings of a militia forming, but there's plenty of pets out there who are still ill-informed about those things crawling out of the woods. You're the mayor. They'll listen to you. Just tell them to stay inside until it's bloody handled. Listen, Scraps. Buddy, I hear you. But the last thing we need right now is anarchy in the streets.
It's no use. I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded.
Always the sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine. Nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself away from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh, hello. I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday. The speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment, then turn to face you. I love how the Chihuahua has changed not at all. Its facial expression is still, fuck you. I'm very sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy.
Oh gosh.
Oh, there's so much. There's so much.
Okay. So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about.
Are we about to set Gretchen up with a dog boyfriend?
Hey, let's start here.
Okay.
Are y'all some kind of dog militia? Did I hear that right?
Yes, I suppose you could say that.
When the town's illustrious leader abandoned his kind, it's up to us common folk to band together.
Daisy, please. I'm not abandoning anybody, dog or otherwise.
This is Daisy. Look, she's got a flower around her neck. Okay, so Daisy's the basset hound. Okay, might have to change that voice.
You're all blowing this invasion story completely out of proportion. Everything is going to turn out just fine. If everything turns out just fine, it's because the rest of us protected those who need protecting.
There we go. Now we'll go down. So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about.
The one and only. This here is Daisy, and we have a few other concerned locals with us as well. It's making sure the cats and dogs of the holler are well cared for, considering recent events.
There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us.
They're exaggerating, of course. While I've heard reports of creatures coming out of the woods, it's nothing that humans of this town can't handle.
Wendy, I've just reread the entry in the Dramatis Personae for Mayor Jimmy. Accent, Michael Caine crossed with Mark Shepard with a touch of the Artful Dodger.
Fucking Jimmy. It's no secret that Daisy and Scraps are my competitors. It's just like them to jump at the first sign of trouble as an opportunity to run me out of office.
Wendy, I hope Greg brought enough hot chocolate for everyone in the chat.
Nobody's trying to run you out of anything. We're just trying to keep the critters of the town safe.
Oh, Scraps is not happy.
How very noble of you. But that is exactly the line you would feed the voters if you were trying to get rid of me.
Alright. Let's drop this, and then we'll drop the bomb that... Gretchen really admires you, Scraps.
Oh, she flatters me so. Nothing special. Just another dog.
Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog other dogs listen to. It's a damn shame the humans were so charmed by that charlatan.
I'm right here, Daisy.
I'm well aware. You think you're so high and mighty, don't you? Just because you can sit and stay the best. As if obedience is the best quality in a leader.
Oh, that is a burn. that is a legitimate burn.
That is a doggy burn. Alright. I'm not going to say good doggies. That's stupid. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person are missing.
Is she missing? Oh dear. Scraps, you don't think...
Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. Dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side.
Even if she's safe, I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy? This is the cost of your inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community, and she's missing. What will it take for you to finally open your eyes and do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself.
Yes, I get it. You are all very upset. But what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about economy?
Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy? Or are you just throwing around fancy words you heard the humans say?
God, I adore this.
I know what economy is. I know all about economyism.
Oh, good. Because I never understood a lick of when humans talk about economy. I just figured it was a made-up word they yell at each other whenever they want to stop talking. So please, enlighten us.
I'm not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia. Not in front of the speaker.
Right? Is this Scarlet Hollow or Amity Island? Somebody mentioned it earlier. Imagine how different this would be if the decision in Chapter 1 had been different. I'm trying not to spoil things for folks who maybe do.
I thought so.
To answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here, and another near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since then.
Let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her.
We're totally recruiting the doggy militia to look for Gretchen. Oh my god,
we're totally recruiting the doggy militia. Oh my god, oh my god.
Can you help us find her? You've got better noses for this sort of thing.
We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take that risk.
She's a well-liked dog in these parts. Been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to these monstrosities.
No, I'm not going to side with the mayor. Oh, I like this whole, if there must be a way,
there must be a way everyone can work together, because that tickles Jimmy's ego.
Okay, here we go. I like this.
There must be some way everyone here can work together. Panic in the street would be bad for everyone, but we can't just not do anything about the ditchlings.
I don't think there's much compromising here. The mayor is either in or he's out. And it sounds to me like he's out.
I told you this would be a waste of time, Scraps. And I should have listened to you.
Oh, no, that's a Scraps, sorry.
And I should have listened to you. Let's go, shall we? Excellent. Office hours are officially over. Do close the door behind you. I'm overdue for my appointment with a nap. Fucking Jimmy. You and the dogs exit the mayor's office and close the door behind you. They quickly turn the corner and vanish from your line of sight.
Did we just recruit a doggy army? I really hope we just recruited a doggy army, because that would make me happy, but I hope none of them get hurt.
I'm very worried about Scraps. He has heroic sacrifice written all over him. You find Kanika and Avery waiting for you in the lobby.
I took a peek in there. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that.
Weird or cool? I wish I could hear the other side of the conversation. Seems like there's a whole dog culture in this town I'm missing out on. There is, dude.
Knowing dogs are capable of carrying a full conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird.
Please don't stick that in me. You'll just have to hire Petra as a translator. You'd be the best vet in the country with someone like that on your staff.
I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally managed to unhaunt my house.
I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted.
Oh god, that was ominous. Thanks, Avery.
Cheers, Avery.
Like what? Steal books?
I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. Just saying that people in this town trust each other. A lot. It's nice.
Aww. Let's go find Oscar.
You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of the day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream.
No ditchlings.
This hallway really takes me back. Feels like it was only yesterday that we were lost here, blissfully unaware that our entire lives were about to change forever.
And that was in fact the case, Avery. It was only yesterday.
I know. Kanika knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. So nice to see all of you, Petra. He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor.
Oh, that's right.
It's his first time. His expression changes subtly, his eyebrows curving upwards with a twinge of guilt upon seeing you at his door. I hope you're doing well this morning. Please, come on in. You have no idea how good it felt to sleep in our own house last night. Though I suppose I didn't do too much sleeping. I mostly sat and stared at the hatch all night.
And your
Good
amazing
Lord.
dad bod
Good
cardigan.
Lord, sir.
Oscar has gender for all of us. Thank you. But listen to the music.
Hopeful.
Yeah, the lighting is much better in
Also,
here.
he's tidied up a lot.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, but the idea that something could happen was more than enough to keep me awake. So, what brings you here?
Yeah, he should be in Dream Daddy. Oscar should absolutely be in Dream Daddy. Totally. Stella's been missing since last night, and we're trying to find out if anyone's seen her.
She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you?
Oh, that's a very good response. That's true.
That's neutral and true, yeah.
I kind of want to say this.
Go with what you want to say.
We'll keep it neutral. That's fine. She texted me last night, but I haven't heard from her since.
I feel terrible. This is my fault, isn't it? I should have done a better job warning her.
Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it.
I don't even think she knew how she'd react. Besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay. Sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy.
Okay, now I ship Avery and Oscar. Thanks for that. Now I'm really starting to worry. It sounds like no one in town has seen her.
That doesn't mean something bad happened.
But it doesn't exactly sound like it's all sunshine and roses for her either. Oh, I know where she is. Okay.
It's the church, isn't it?
More particularly, she's probably in the church graveyard.
Yep. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful, especially after everything you'll have done for us. I know time is of the essence right now, but while you're here, I wanted to let you know that I'm determined to do whatever I can to help investigate whatever is happening to our town. I was hoping we could compare notes. Might help me narrow down where I should start my research.
Comparing notes? Is that librarian for Flort?
As far as I'm aware, there was nothing paranormal in Scarlet Hollow before very recently. Now, here we are, suddenly surrounded by weird little goblin creatures in the woods and plagued by angry ghosts.
You think there was an inciting event, right?
I do.
That's my thought too. It was never like this in the holler before. Something must have happened that kicked off all this magic stuff.
Avery stares at you.
Pezzy, we're calling it comparing notes now, right?
Hey, protagonist. Stop it. All of it. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Petra got here.
You're not wrong.
Exactly. If there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Petra getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Her land died over a week ago, and those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time she got to town.
Right, Jackie? The boiled peanuts arrived the same time we
Boiled
did.
peanuts truthers. That's what we are now. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Pearland passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. There's a root cause for all of this. Hopefully there is a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on.
How about the giant magical seals?
Yeah,
Let's
it's the
there.
Hellmouth, my guy. It's the Hellmouth under the town.
We'll fill you in on what little we know so you at least have some place to start. Always have a member of your party with the research skill. That's Oscar.
Fucking Jimmy.
Okay. Here. Oh, so many options. Oh, okay. Cult.
That's a pretty logical place to start.
Are we sure the ghost is really gone?
I have every reason to believe so. There wasn't so much as a creaking door or mysterious draft all night. And I certainly hope this isn't wishful thinking, given the toll it took on you to get rid of it.
You're so brave for sleeping in here. I would have left and set the place on fire behind me if I were in your shoes, no matter if someone wound up putting it to rest or not.
I suppose I felt I'd done enough running. It is difficult being this brave. I'd seen the worst it could do, and I was willing to risk it if it meant Rosalina would spend another night sleeping on a cot. Wouldn't spend another night sleeping on a cot in the back room of our library.
Oh, he's a good dad. Let's worry about Pixel. Make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings.
The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With the faces? Yeah, the anguished doughboys. Kind of like them. It's like a hidden object game out there today, with all the weird little faces peering out of the bushes.
But we haven't seen any in the last couple of towns with screenshots. Like them? Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife?
I don't want to get friendly with them or anything. I just think they're kind of interesting.
Avery, you were such a sunshine. To each their own.
Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through.
Please no. Please don't make me responsible for the emotional health of a child with a cat in a town full of infected things that are attacking pets. Oh no. We've been finding these weird stone seals.
Avery is mirroring him.
Interesting. Look.
Now, I think it's one of Avery's default poses, but
it's also a sign of attraction.
There is a certain amount of physical rapport between these two nice gentlemen.
There was one in the mines and another in your basement. There might be some more.
There are those These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there was something like that under my house all this time. And to think someone must have put it there. But who? Gentle people, thank you for the steer, Ozzy. This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Petra.
Yes, yes. Arm the researcher with facts.
You know, I was thinking about filling that basement with cement and pretending it was never a part of this house. But if we're all here, maybe we should go down and... Oscar. Take a closer look at that carving. Seal? Whatever it is. Oh, heck yeah. It'll be like checking out the behind the scenes of a haunted house the morning after.
I mean, I know you're joking, but that's literally what we'd be doing, right?
Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess that wasn't the best analogy.
It's been bad enough going into haunted houses and abandoned coal mines at night, but there's something that feels so much worse about going down there in the middle of the day.
I can't say I'm thrilled at the thought of it either, but we need to do whatever we can to start getting ahead of things.
All right, but do we have like Stella's full, like, okay, where's the camera, where's the light, where's the temperature gauge, blah 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 blah. I really don't think this is a good idea.
I'm really torn, and I'm going to talk you through why. I think it's a really smart idea, and there's probably a lot of plot down there. What has worried me significantly is the possibility that there is a built-in clock, and if we do not get to Stella within a set number of encounters, something irrevocable and bad happens.
We've not encountered any sort of forced timing mechanic in this game's previous 3 chapters.
That's true. We have not.
A save is
a very good idea.
Excellent suggestion.
So if this goes very, very, very pear-shaped indeed, we can just come back to this point and go, no, actually, Oscar, sorry, we have to go.
Yeah. Excellent idea.
Thank you.
And it's getting a bit late, so we'll go down in the creepy murder basement in the daylight on the day after.
Oscar, it's a good thing you're wearing that cardigan.
Right, exactly. See, we're still on. Even if the ghost is gone, that carving might still be able to do something to us. We should leave it be. We need photos of the writing so that he can do some research.
Also,
I like this. I don't think we have the luxury of turning down clues.
Also, Kanika got the last one.
What do you mean?
We didn't open the computer.
Fair. Okay. Going down there is worth the risk. We've been seeing ditchlings in broad daylight. I don't think we have the luxury of turning down clues.
I couldn't agree more. After everything you've done to keep my family safe the past 2 days, I'm not going to risk losing our home because I was too scared of an old stone carving.
Said the Call of Cthulhu character who was never heard from again.
It's just sad loss.
Oscar, I feel like this is a bad idea.
What, you don't want to put yourselves in another potentially life-threatening situation?
Not if I can help it. I'm not really a hands-on kind of investigator. That's Stella's thing.
You don't have to go down there with us. You can wait upstairs. Oscar leads you back down the familiar hallway to Rosalina's room and its charming artisanal hatchway to hell.
Oh, hey, Dad. What are you doing in here?
I'm going back into the basement, Rosa. I'm afraid there's something down there that might help us figure out what's going on in town. It's probably best you go to the library while we...
No way. If you're going down there, I'm going too. Remember what you said last night? No more secrets. We're in this together.
You're right, Rosa. You can come with us. No more secrets.
Am I the only person in this town who doesn't have a death wish?
Sybil said the ghost is gone. I really don't think there's anything to be afraid of down there anymore. Just give me a moment to move all of this out of the way. Oscar gets to work, moving the furniture from the trapdoor, his broad shoulders making quick work of it.
Whoa.
Before you and your companions know it, you find yourselves transfixed by the trapdoor.
I don't want to go back down there. It's okay, Alexis. You don't have to come with us. We can stay up here together while everyone else goes down there.
Oscar opens the hatch with a menacing creak. Everybody's heart skips a beat, though Avery's might have skipped a beat out of excitement rather than fear.
Avery is an adrenaline junkie.
But none of you are swept up into a ghost's nightmare puppet show. The sun continues to shine, the birds continue to sing outside Rosalina's window.
That's a good sign.
See? Nothing to be worried about.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, Oscar.
I'm gonna click this screen and something horrible's gonna happen. I'm so sorry,
What the fuck is
everyone,
wrong
in
with
advance.
you?
Please prepare for a jump scare.
The slight tremor in his voice tells you he is mostly saying that to himself. Shall we? No!
If you're sure you want to do this, I won't stop you, but I do not like the vibes I'm getting from that pit.
Descend.
Oh, I'm considering being so mean. We'll see you next week, everybody. No, okay.
That's our show.
No.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm so tempted, but no. Let's go a little bit more. Oh, God. I hope this is boring. I hope we go down there.
It's
and
just
like,
a pit.
Yep, it's a pit in
It's
the
like
dark.
a pit with a
and we
Kit Kat
take
in it.
Picture of this like stone seal thingy, and then we run away very quickly. The excavation of Oscar's basement. Achievement unlocked.
You descend the basement stairs and find yourself in the same cold, unfinished place you were in last night.
I would like people to make an observation here. Avery is almost glowing. Look at the lighting around
would
them.
Would now be a good time to mention that I'm getting slightly sus vibes from Avery this episode.
Like, maybe they are the supernatural positive creature that they were lightheartedly talking about?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting.
Oh yes, and as Stitch, and it's Avery does appear to be smiling. As Stitch reminds us, whenever you finish tonight, we don't pick it up until January 18th.
You can't shake an oppressive feeling, but whether that feeling is driven more by the trauma of the past night or by something tangible, you're unsure. Well, I guess whatever we're looking for is in that pit. I guess we should take a look.
Wendy, I'm not singing that. Thank you.
Butthole to hell.
That's the one you get. We are moving on.
We're on a butthole to hell.
This is your fault, Wendy.
Oscar walks up to the burial site, eyes widening as he peers inside.
I have no idea, Stitch.
Stare into the pit. You're not looking in there.
We have to look. Come on. If we're going to come down here, we have to look. But I'm a little concerned. He looks shocked. And Avery looks like he wants to swan dive into the thing. Okay.
Fuck Sickles. The eternally screaming remains of Charles Shaw Jr. are exactly where you left them last night, staring back up at you from empty sockets. The carving lies beneath him, the heavy, cold stone acting as his coffin.
It's 3 wolves in a circle and some kind of common
serpent.
No, it doesn't look like a serpent. It looks like a fang or a claw repeated.
Its style is more than just similar to the carving in the mines. Both stones were carved by the same artist.
That is a heck of a keen eye.
Charlie.
Whoa, cool.
Dang, Charlie. Patch's grandma really did a number on you.
Where did that shovel come from?
Wait, we didn't have that before.
I don't think we did. Is Rosalina using her phone?
Yes.
Okay.
Nobody touch it. I'll have to call Dr. Kelly about this. We should put his body to rest, right? That's how these things usually go. At least in the movies. And hey, we disturbed his body and he hasn't come back for a sequel. Confirmation that he's gone for good, right? I think so. That's gonna make it a lot easier to sleep at night.
Does that mean you'll let me sleep in my actual bed?
Whoa, let's give it one more night. I still don't know how I feel about you sleeping on top of that rock.
Let's take the explore option here.
Yeah. Someone's about to volunteer to go down and shove the bones out of the way. Well, that's interesting.
What do we think?
Wolves encircling a goat. It's a start. What was on the carving in the mines?
A goat?
A goat. Ah, no.
A circle of arms bound up in chains. Stella took a photo of it. Not that that's helpful right now, but maybe once we find her, she can send it to you.
Interesting. I'm sure that description will be more than enough to get started.
Can Alexis and I help? I want to know why someone put this creepy stuff under my room.
Sure, you can help.
Well, I've seen enough. Time to go. Yeah. Well, I've seen enough. Time to go.
Yes, let's go back upstairs. Now that we know it's safe down here, I'll come back on my own time to do a more thorough examination. You and the others make your way back up to Rosalina's room. As soon as you're all in one place, Oscar closes the trapdoor and moves the pile of furniture back in place.
So, did y'all get possessed or cursed or anything?
No, but we did see a dead body.
Close enough. Glad I stayed put.
Alexis, you want to see a picture of it? Ew. Okay.
I'm not sure that's appropriate. Alexis's parents might not approve of you showing their daughter pictures of dead people.
They let her watch all kind of scary movies, Dad. It's fine. And maybe she can help with the investigation, too. Yeah, it's totally okay, Mr. Gutierrez. I don't want to see it in person, but I do want to see it.
Before Oscar has a chance to get in another word, Rosalina's already pulled up the picture on her phone.
Whoa, I can't believe you're gonna sleep in here. You're so brave.
Oscar sighs. I'll be back to check in on you two in a minute. I just got a couple of things to finish up with these folks. You, Kanika, and Avery follow Oscar back to the living room. So, I have more than enough to get started on my research now, but is there anything else I should know about?
Let's finish. Oh, well, let's go ahead and snooze that for a second. Let's finish up these last couple of explore options and then we'll call it a night. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult, maybe. You mentioned something like this at the library the other day. If there was a cult in Scarlet Hollow, I feel like I'd know about it. Know any local cults that could be responsible? Let's not get all satanic panic yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town my whole life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. It just seemed like the kind of thing that wouldn't be easy to keep secret in a place as small as Scarlet Hollow.
I'd love to be part of some weird religious cult, just to see what kind of stuff they get up to, but alas, I've never been invited, or there are none to be found in the Hollow. I don't even know of any in public record, even in the 70s, when cults were a dime a dozen and hippies were flocking to the hills.
I like this whole we need to find something in the clinic. I think there's something in the clinic. There was this door yesterday, and I could feel something pulling me towards it. You didn't mention anything like that yesterday.
I see. I'll dig up what I can on the clinic.
Yes.
There's a lot of history there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something haunting that place as well. You have a friend that lives there, right? Should we tell him that something bad might happen in his house?
Oh,
He
I
might
think
want
he
to
already knows.
stay someplace else for now if the last few nights are any indication.
Yeah, I can shoot Reese a warning text, but I don't know if his mom will let him leave. She's got an iron grip on the poor dude, and she's probably even more skeptical than I was.
I'm gonna break into the clinic and see what I can find.
I mean, don't tempt me. I like this option, right? Reese mentioned a movie night, right? That's the perfect cover for an investigation. Who knows if that would fly with Dr. Kelly, though? After last night, I'm pretty sure she's not going to let us anywhere near her house.
She's the only doctor in town. She can't just ban people from the clinic, right?
I don't think so, but hopefully nobody gets sick or hurt enough to justify a visit over the next couple of days. If we're going to investigate the clinic, I think we're going to have to just break in.
Whoa, that is unexpected coming from you.
It's what Stella would do, and she's been 3 for 3 this week when it comes to finding spooky stuff.
She's also been 3 for 3 when it comes to finding her way into mortal peril.
This is why we have to find her as soon as possible. It shouldn't fall on me to suggest we do something dangerous. I'm terrible at selling it.
It's not that I don't think we should figure out what's going on in there. We just need to be cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend.
I don't know if we have time to play it safe.
Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay?
Chapter 5, Breaking into the Clinic. Okay, whatever we do next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella and fast.
Kind of like that one.
The Burning Day, listen. Yeah, I think that sounds like a really good way to end up the conversation. So it's interesting to me that there's a remain silent option. No. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we are missing our vital team member, we need to find Stella, and fast. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing.
See you around, Oscar.
Let us know what you find. Some mirrored body language there again.
I will.
So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? And this is the perfect place to stop. Let me save. Because now we have more options. And they're just going to have to wait for a couple of weeks.
My instinct is the church.
Diner or
Diner
the church.
or the church.
Diner and church.
I think the church, we might get some breadcrumbs.
I don't want to go to the cops. And
No.
I don't want to go to the mines. Alrighty. Will you show us where you will go next before wrapping it for tonight? Where do you wait? So I think... No, remember the diner is having the strike. That's where all the miners are organizing. So
yeah, we have been in there already.
Here's what I think would be a good next order. The diner, and then the church, and then we'll reassess. Yeah, there are many things, and we know that the diner is where the mines are, and so that might be where Wayne is, and other sorts of creepy things. I think we're going to wrap this up with, see how getting tea with your mom is the last option?
Is the tie off, yeah.
That's the last thing we need to do. Folks, the ad break is going to start here pretty quick, so we're going to take a real short one this time, and then we will come back to shenanigans and a little more strategizing. Okay? We'll be right back. Hey everybody.
Hey folks.
So we've got about just under a minute left on the ad break. So I think we know what we're gonna do next time.
Yeah, we have a pretty good idea.
I don't want to wait till January 18th though.
I get bored. We always stream some of it while we're on holiday.
I don't know. We just have to give people a heads up though. Mm-hmm. But if we get bored.
We get bored.
You're hilarious. Like you and I are even acquainted with the concept.
The concept of bored.
Like, what is bored? You know? Cats are not good helpers when you're sick. Ruthie stole your seat. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really, honestly, Hawkeye, giving very serious consideration to doing a separate run with a different set of characteristics. And I think I would go
Street Smarts.
I would go strong and mystic.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that's the next combination I would want to try. But I love being keen. I like having all the dialogue options and the whole doggy politics subplot. You don't get it all if you don't speak to animals. In my whole entire heart, I love it so much.
So good.
I hope this ends with Scraps running for mayor and Daisy campaigning in support and Gretchen throwing her weight in behind them and ousting Jimmy.
I kind of want there to be a campaign meeting and you kick the door in and Gretchen's like, I beg to differ, Mayor Jimmy.
Oh, That sounds fantastic.
Fucking Jimmy.
Now, Wendy, as I do believe, has said that she's now on Christmas break. So if we do not finish the shenanigan in the next 90 seconds, it will not be the end of the world.
Rebecca said now might be a very good time to admit I have managed to never see Adventure Time.
I've never seen Adventure Time either. I just Strong lets you resolve the conundrum of chapter 1. Yes, I've heard that. But as far as I'm concerned, the correct answer to chapter 1 is
Gretchen.
Is Gretchen, and it's a bonus if other individuals, if Wendy will not turn into a pumpkin in 60 seconds, that's lovely. And if other individuals are, but Bo was so sad, and it really broke my heart that Bo was so sad. So, this is so good and juicy, and so many options, and so wonderful, and more. Okay, right, shenanigans. What do we have tonight? May we go on? You're welcome. Okay. We have a Tumblr post. Content warning for swearing, but that seems to be it. Yes, so it is in fact shenanigan time. Yay, shenanigans. Now, I'm going to have to... Can you read that okay?
Yeah, I can.
Because it's gray text on black background, so we're going to... I'm sorry, everybody in the chat who just yawned. I did this...
You yawnsters.
I did this to Pezzy. I recorded a piece of audio for Pezzy, and I yawned in the middle of the introduction. And then I got a DM, and they're like, "You made me yawn." Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I see now everybody in chat yawning. It's all our fault. Now I have to yawn again. I'm sorry. All right, I should be able to stop. Right. This is from Ava, and it is life advice. You. Fine, then I'll get started. Never say anything to a penguin that the penguin has not already said to you.
This reads like a shitpost, but I'm actually 100% serious.
I was walking along the side of the harbor this evening, just after all the penguins had come in from the ocean to nest. There was one penguin right by the footpath, and when it saw me, it kept saying, "Who?" So I said, "Who?" right back. It seemed to like that, and we had a lovely conversation where we just kept saying "who" to each other. I crouched down about 2 meters away from it, and we kept talking, and it actually moved towards me a little bit, seeming to prefer my company to the heartless embrace of the frozen sea.
But then I made the mistake of trying to change things up. I said, "What is that?" "Hey," which was something that a previous penguin said to me, and this penguin hated it and fucked right off. Never said another word to me. I felt so rude.
I keep imagining this from the penguin's point of view.
"Gustav, my friend, why so glum?"
The penguin in question looked up from his half-eaten sprat, shaking his head in disgust.
"Not glum, Sebastian. Affronted. Outraged. I had the most perturbing encounter with one of the beakless ones."
Sebastian nodded solemnly.
"Yes, they are often perturbing. What happened, my friend?"
Gustav sighed heavily, looking up to the sky and holding his flippers wide as if to ask the gods, "Why?" before mournfully retelling his experience.
"I was on the beach where the beakless sometimes wander, contemplating names for this year's chicks when one of them approached. Seemed harmless enough to greet. They're cute in a strange, bold, flat-faced way, are they not?" "Oh, Gustav, you kind-hearted fool. Such a fool I am."
Gustav moans had gathered a small crowd already. The only thing penguins love more than a belly full of fish is a story. A good storyteller was always guaranteed a warm spot to huddle in the winter, surrounded by bored friends longing for entertainment.
"What did it do, Gustav? Did it kick you?" No. When it got close, I called out to it. I said, "Hello, friend." It stopped and returned the greeting. Awkwardly, but it was rather sweet, like a chick learning its first chirps. "Hello, friend," it said back to me. I was charmed, but not wanting it to learn poor pronunciation, I repeated the greeting, and so did it, getting clearer each time, till it could almost pass for a true penguin itself.
Gustav is a wonderful teacher, Adela, his mate, stated with a proud nod of her lovely blue head. You remember how well our chicks could enunciate before they even caught their first fish.
"But what of it, Gustav? What happened to sour this experience so?" "Well, we went back and forth till I was satisfied. Then it lowered itself near the ground, and I moved closer. carefully, not wanting to alarm it. I was just about to tell it how pleased I was that it learning so quickly when all of a sudden it looked me right in the eyes and said, "Fuck off, freak."
There were avian gasps all around.
Oh no! How rude. I was so appalled. I could not bring myself to even chide it.
Gustav lowered his head in shame.
I turned and left without another word. It said that to you? Oh dear.
Sebastian tilted his head in a piercing glare towards one of their fellows, focusing on the only one who was slapping his sides and chortling.
Bjorn, you scoundrel! What have I told you about yelling obscenities at the beakless?
Bjorn cackled and bobbed his head in defiance.
How was its enunciation, Gustav? You soft-hearted buffoon.
Now that is a fine addition to my post. Damn it, Bjorn. I would read a whole short story.
Me too.
It's like people who teach parrots at other people's houses how to swear.
Several of us had that relative who had a parrot. Someone would always say, teach the parrot, bollocks, fuck off.
Yeah.
God damn it, Bjorn.
How dare you, Bjorn, you scoundrel.
Fucking Jimmy.
Fucking Jimmy. Jimmy and Bjorn, they're in it together.
We have to think about the economy. What is the economy,
No,
Jimmy?
he doesn't say the economy.
We have to think about economy.
We have to think about economy. Oh,
is that just a word you heard the humans say? No.
Good. Define it. Oh, lovely.
Fucking Jimmy.
My grandfather's wife taught the parrot to dance. Oh, that sounds sweet.
Nice.
In concept, theoretically. Right, so let us remind everybody about what's going to happen over the next week. So, I'm going to yawn. No, I'm not. Yes, it is. Economy is how many boiled peanuts you have, for sure. Just one of these days, those things are going to come in handy.
Didn't we successfully give them away?
I think we gave them to Dustin. I can't remember. I can't remember what became of the boiled peanuts. The Ballad of the Boiled Peanuts. It's the sequel to. It's a piece of DLC for Scarlet.
Oh yeah, we gave them fucking Jimmy.
We gave them to Jimmy? My God.
Of course, Jimmy got the peanuts.
Ugh.
He's the man.
We gave the man peanuts?
Working
Shame.
for the dog.
Working for the dog. Shame on us. Oh, that was right. We called it a campaign donation. Yes. The boiled peanut incident, for sure. Okay, so on Sunday, this coming Sunday the 18th, we will be playing Darkside Detective 2, where we will be trying to finish
We are trapped in the past where we're teenagers.
Oh, that's right! We're playing a Class of the Titans, i.e. the high school reunion episode, and we have just thrown ourselves back in time.
Hopefully along with Dooley's abusive demonic ex-boyfriend.
Yes, and who we are going to go beat up and tell not to be a brat. And then we will be here next Wednesday at 10 p.m. where your delightful stream moderators will be GM'd by himself here in some delightful 2 to 3 hour long holiday TTRPG shenanigans, which will be lovely and we've never done before and we're really looking forward to it. And more importantly, I'm really excited about getting to let Zolia and Jenny and Wendy have the screen time because I think that's going to be really, really fun. And we've never done it before, so it could be hilarious, but we'll see. It sounds like a great time. And that will be our final stream for the year. We will be returning on Sunday, January 15th and Wednesday, January 18th with more Scarlet Hollow because we are taking our annual break for the end of the year late this year. It'll be after Christmas and into the new year. I hope to see Wendy turn into a pumpkin in real time. I know. I don't think she will, though, because Wendy is officially past the pumpkin barrier now. She's on pumpkin reprieve.
She's on pumpkin +8.
There we go. Exactly. And I think that's everything. What else? Last episode.
Last full lid for last issue. Ha! Ha!
I might have done that on purpose.
I knew you would.
Okay.
I knew you would. Last episode
issue
of the full lid will go live this Friday.
It'll be out this Friday.
It's a long form essay. It's a good one. I'm quite happy with it.
Wrap up end of the year sort of essay. But I do. Wendy has to get up the next morning to go to the hairdresser, so vegetable shenanigans are a possibility.
Understood. Appreciate the heads up.
And I think that's it. We don't have any appearances planned over the holiday period.
No, once Friday hits, a whole lot of stuff just stops for a bit. So
yeah, be nice.
it
Be
will.
nice to take a break.
It will.
So, we hope to see you on Sunday or next Wednesday. And if not, have a very safe and wonderful holiday period.
Yep. Thank you so much for
we'll
joining
see
us
you
all
again.
through the year. It is hugely appreciated. And yeah, we'll see you on the next time we are here, which is Sunday.
There we
So
go.
I've been Alistair.
And I've been Marguerite.
And this has been fun. We'll see you next time.
Have a great rest of your day, everybody.